Now, as a kid, I've watched WWE my entire life. I've been a wrestling fan.
I think we all did.
It was
yeah.
WWF when I watched it.
WWF.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Back like early 90s.
Right.
Like
WCW.
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it. Oh my God.
Like my first memory, like my parents have videos and stuff of me doing wrestling stuff before this when I was even younger. As young as like 18 months, me and my pops used to wrestle in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But like, my first memory of wrestling is Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart in the Iron Man match. And like, I loved.
You gave him that sweet chin music.
Yeah, exactly.
Gave it to him.
And like, it was overtime. And I was pissed because Gorilla Monsoon came out and said it's going to be overtime. And I'm like, nah, Bret won already. This is over. Ain't no overtime in wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Shawn wins. And like, I was like, man, like I was mad because Bret Hart was my guy. So like, going way back to then. And then like, when I got into the NFL, like I said, a lot of people watch wrestling as a kid, but then when they get to like high school, they fall out. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like me personally, I never fell out. So I knew because of how WWE is, they love former professional athletes. So I knew as soon as my NFL career was over, that I was going to go to WWE. Like I knew that I was going to do that.
That's wild.
That's actually why I live in Orlando, because I was still in the NFL. I was 4 years into the NFL.
Who you play for?
I played for DC, Seattle, and Miami.
Oh, all right.
And I was 4 years into my career, and I was about to buy a house. And I was like, where do I want to buy a house? I had already lived in Florida because I was on the Dolphins. Right. I didn't want to live in Miami because I was having too much fun.
Too much fun. Miami is too much
different,
fun.
man.
I was doing too much. I was doing too much in Miami. But I also wanted to be close enough to be able to go whenever I wanted. Right. So I decided,
road trip,
not to mention, the WWE Performance Center is in Orlando. And I knew whether my football career lasted another week or another 10 years, that when I was done, I was going to want to go to WWE. Next. So I was just like, let me just get a crib in Orlando. And then when my career is done, I can start to transition. And my career ended in 2018. I spent all 2019 training and doing independent wrestling shows, wrestling for $25 at random events.
Really?
Yeah, just to get the reps. Because I came from the NFL where like, you know the saying, if you do something 10,000 times, that's how you become a master. 10,000 hours. Right? So like I came from the NFL where I did all my reps, all my drills, everything so much that like that's how I got good enough to play in the NFL. And I knew that I had to do the same thing for wrestling. So I spent 6 months training, and then I got a WWE tryout, killed the tryout, and then January 2020 I signed with WWE.
Tryout.
How does that work? Walk us through the tryout.
So the tryout, now it's different. COVID changed the tryout forever, but pre-COVID, it was like 3 days. First day is just all them trying to see if you tough enough to do this. Like doing stuff, drills and stuff that you never actually do in wrestling just to see if you'll quit. Conditioning drills, toughness drills, bumping, rolls, stuff like that, just to see if you'll quit. And what happened, like there was another NFL dude, there was a couple NFL dudes in my tryout, but one of them came day 2 and told him straight up, like, yo, I don't want to do this. And just left.
Who said that?
Nah, we're not going to do that.
That guy's
We're not going to do that.
Who was in there training with Mr. Softy? Who's Mr. Softy?
I'll say he was an O lineman and he had dreads. That was, you know how